Um, I'm a bit confused right now. I see your submission tutorial one kan. I check again your tutorial one. Somehow it's missing. Can you check on your side for your submission of submission tutorial one? Because for my view kan right now it's like this. I believe yesterday I can see all of you have submitted already, and I did not like change anything in the drive. But this is what I'm seeing right now. This one,
Oh, just didn't turn in. Since once I turn in, I cannot edit.
no, see, turn in. You haven't turned in yet.
Yeah, since
Oh, you did you unsend?
uh,
Unsend.
I didn't turn in because once I turn in, I cannot edit. I cannot edit the thing.
But yesterday you already turned in, right? Is it?
Haven't, I think.
Because yesterday I see here all of you have turned in, and then Farah, you already done this one. Your document is like not edited.
Oh, I turn in now.
Okay, Calvin's one is fine. I can see there's answer. Yours, Farah, is it you macam belum kena jawab kan?
Yeah, mine haven't. No, I
You
haven't
already
done it.
you haven't do it.
Ah, yes, yeah, yeah,
Oh, you haven't done it
yeah, yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah. I haven't,
But
haven't.
I thought my side yang like Google is like having this what is it a bug or what? And then Noel, is this your answer? Like hold on this one is the answer from our discussion, right? Is this
I
you?
copy.
Oh, you copy and then you want to edit later on lah.
No.
Is it? But I think I checked your tutorial one. I thought already done by everyone. Not yet, ka? Is it? It's your side like you haven't like edit it yet. Is it? Can I get confirmation?
Uh, cause the question asked for my own question kan. I mean my own answer kan, not from.
Oh, yeah. Your own answer is fine, but you need to also answer the other question, but using your own words.
Yeah, but I
Ah,
too lazy ba. So I
maybe it's not bug lah. It's not
no no.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, not bug, not bug.
because
I
kan.
think, I think maybe because we from the which one yang the first document before,
Template, the
yeah,
template.
the template. I think because that, and then it, I don't know lah. I'm not sure.
It's okay lah since because I thought it was bug, but like I already see your submission by yesterday. I'm not sure if it's other class, but I kind of like sure it's your class already submitted, like already gone through like all already answered. But like if you say you haven't done it yet and you like haven't done it yet and you copy, it should be like it should be maybe I was dreaming kali. I don't know. But it's okay lah. It's all clear already now. So just do so Noel, you want to unsubmit? Do you have unsubmit button after you submit?
Can
Okay.
submit, but
What is
I
it?
don't.
Is it unsubmit or what's the name of the button? I can
Unsubmit.
or unsubmit.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
button name. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I cannot see your student view, but so I don't know. Okay, so you can just unsubmit and submit after you finish. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay. Hold on, give me a sec.
Okay.
Okay, so as usual, the recording functionality is not available yet. So we will not be having any recording for this session also. So you can do the tutorial one letter and also tutorial two. I already opened the submission as well. So this is you can access this file right from Google Classroom. Can go. Let me share with you in the chat. Can open. Can makan? Can access, right? Noel, I can see your cursor is there. Come, Vera, can can access.
Hold on, hold on. I'm checking.
Okay. How about Kelvin?
Oh, this one.
You check through
Is
Google
it this
Classroom.
one? Yeah, yeah. I go from the my submission tutorial to.
Oh no, not from there. Don't.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay,
only
okay,
for your own editing.
okay, okay.
Go from the tutorial one, not the submission tutorial one. Okay.
All right, all right.
Kelvin, how about you? Oh, Kelvin is here also already. Okay, so these are the questions that you need to answer. So as usual, you will need to answer all these questions. Try to answer all the question. You can include screenshot if you want. You can include picture. According, see how suitable it is with your question. Okay, so I will be here. If you have any question, you can type in the chat or you can use the raise hand button. Thank you. I'll get
Okay,
back to you. Yeah, I'll get back to you after everyone have finished. Hopefully by 3:30. Okay. All right.
okay.
computer system, then describe. Maybe you can give screenshot as well. Okay, you can include screenshot and we explain from there. So you can use the same description here that we give. You just like refer to your screenshot. Okay, but in exam, of course, you cannot, like, if it's face to face, you cannot provide screenshot, right? So maybe you can like sketch them if needed, if you want to, like, really show how really show your what your answer is talking about. So you can also do sketching in your answer. Okay, if it's asking you about UI. Okay, so thank you so much, Noel. So you can improve your answer in your on submission, in your submission. All right. Thank you, Noel, once
Okay.
again. Okay, next we have Farah. Read,
Hello.
yeah, read for both question. Okay, A and B.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 2A. How do the requirements of an expert users different from those of a novice? Present your answer in a table format. So I answer my answer like this. I use two expert users and novice users. So for expert users, users is familiar with computer terminologies and syntax, while the novice is not familiar with the system but understands the goal. The second one will be the expert users understand the input concept, while the novice user they require a brief input. And lastly, the expert users understand the output messages, uh, while the novice users required the system message that is clear and unambiguous. So for question 2B, the question is, if you are developing a system that needs to cater for both the novice and expert users at the same time, which category of users will you pay more attention to? Give reasons for your answer. So I personally will pay more attention to novice users. As a developer, we must understand that every person has their first time experience using my system, because novice users will always comes and go. So no matter when and where they'll be using my system, um, this will also help them to reach their goal faster without any mistake that might occur. Uh, that's my answer for both question.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So the first question, how do the requirement of an expert user different from those of a novice? So you give answer in table format. So we have the expert user and then we have the novice user. So for expert user, um, all the answer are acceptable, okay, all correct. So usually for expert user, they are familiar with computer terminologies and syntax, while the novice user, they are not familiar with the system. Okay, but here the question is asking about the requirements. Okay, so this one, I think the first point here, you are giving like the characteristic of an expert user, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can it's okay, it's fine. Okay, sorry. So this one
So
maybe,
so
hmm,
the requirements, um
like the UI requirement, like your system requirement. So because this one is like more to like characteristic of an expert user. Yeah, actually macam mana aku cakap, like this is the expert, how to say, you understand what I mean?
yeah, the like
It's not like,
understand the yeah lah, the characteristic
yeah,
of
the
the.
characteristic of the, still can lah, still acceptable also lah, but I think macam it's like it's a little bit inaccurate for this question. I suppose. Okay, so maybe you can like
Does
you
it does
you
it
can
the
check.
does it the question might asking about like what kind of design, something like that?
Yeah, no, I, don't- because the question here kind of like it's very brief. It's very brief. Like it's not really giving you what you need to give in your answer. In your exam, don't worry, the question will not be like this because you need to tolerance level, ya kan? Your
Ah,
answer maybe your wording yang you can reword restructure. Sorry. Okay, so maybe you can put like this. For expert, they have strong knowledge on the system. So you like relate to the system, have strong knowledge of the system. So usually, because usually for expert user, right, they are already familiar with the system, correct? So
yes.
can so maybe for this one, maybe you can like you can like I understand your point here. Like they are familiar with any computer terminologies and syntax, but now we are talking uh, about requirement of a system, like referring to the UI, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
if you do like this kind, like you have strong knowledge of the system, I think it's more accurate lah, right? So expert user, they have strong knowledge of the system, and then for novice user, maybe you can put in like difficulty, will have difficult to remember because they are novice, they orang tidak biasa with the system kan,
Ah, yes.
difficult in remembering the system. Yeah, example. So you can use this answer also for your mana sudah tadi remembering padang the the remembering the system system details. Agree ka? Boleh ka, Fer? Boleh makan? You understand makan?
Ah, yes, I can understand.
Yeah. This one macam okay actually, but this one yang macam I don't, because computer terminology and syntax, maybe you can put here user familiar with the system, right? Because computer terminology and syntax it's too broad. Okay, so we are talking about computer system here, so you can put user familiar with the system. This one actually okay with this one is not wrong.
Okay.
User familiar, not familiar. Okay, not familiar with the system. And then understand the input concept. So this one refers back to this one lah, having strong knowledge on the system. So they understand the input concept, also the output messages, similar to this one also lah. They will require brief input, like they need advanced function. Okay, they need advanced function in order for them to understand how to use the computer system. Require require this one should be required. Okay, require system message, required system message, require bahkan you mean
Ah, yeah,
require
they require the system message.
system messages that are clear. They need a clear instruction, right?
Ah, yes, the
Yeah.
clear, very clear instruction.
Okay, so clear instruction. So here require I betul lah, brief input, require brief input, like they only need to input brief information. Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Basic function.
yes, the basic function and
Mm,
all that appear on the screen lah, on the
mm,
system.
yes, correct. Basic function. I'll just put this here for additional. So this one, maybe you can, because this one require basic function. For this one is, so this one usually for expert, uses advanced function because they want to execute their task faster and uses advanced function. Agree?
Agree.
Okay. So they uses advanced function because they want to execute um, the task fast. Okay, I think that's all. You can add more if you want. Like novice, maybe they require assistance. Okay, I'll add on some. Mm, expert does not does not require much assistance. Whereas for novice, often require kenapa dia merah tu? Salah. Okay, thank you. Sudah. Sudah si merah. Okay, so you can like improve your answer in the personal submission. Okay, and then next is if you are developing a system that to cater for both novice and expert, which category of user would you pay more attention to? Yes, novice user, of course. So the developer must understand that the every person that will be using the system. So usually expert will not have no issue with system because they're already expert. So we always refer to the novice, so because they will need more guidelines, okay, more guidelines to help them to understand the system. So you can no matter what. Yeah. Okay. Good answer. So, ay, nabit-bit ko. Talari. For Kelvin and Noel, you can use your own answer, your own wording for this one. Okay, so the answer is novice user. Thank you, Farah. Okay, so the last question, we have Kelvin.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can read your answer only. You don't have to read the question.
Yeah. We need to know who the users of the interactive system are, so we can tailor the interactive system to maximize the effectiveness of the system. For example, like novice hikers might need more assistance, like more tips
Mm.
than the experienced hiker in the hiking webpage. So the hiking system targeting novice hiker would have more tips that can help them get started with hiking, while the experienced hiker may need more detailed information on hiking, like going to Mount Everest, those tips lah.
Mm.
Meanwhile, we also need to know what kind of tasks the system is required to perform, so we can create functional requirements for the system. Effective interactive system must be able to perform all the important function, so the user would have no problems using the system with what they expect and system give.
Mm.
And that is the environment. An effective interactive system should consider the environment in which it will operate. Different kinds of environment may need the interactive system to use different features to maximize effectiveness. For example, a system that is regularly used at nighttime might need brighter color scheme, so the user can easier can easier read the system, read the web page.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good answer here. It's a very good discussion you give here. So we need to know or we need to identify the users. Okay, know the users. So here we identify the users, their background, Okay, the background, no, the users. I'll just put some additional info here. Okay, so you need to don't know the background, your goals, your values, also the mental models. Okay, so it's good that you give an example of a situation to explain this part, but maybe you need to like explain more on this key point here. Okay, so you talk about the, you need to know what their background, what are their goals, what are their values, and what are their mental models. Okay, so that um, you can create or you can implement the interactive system according to what the according to the characteristic of your user. Okay, so um, after you know who is your user, after you identify the user, you also need to know what kind of task. Okay, so what kind of task is where you will perform the task analysis. Okay, task analysis. So functional requirement, yes, we have functional requirement. We also have non-functional requirement. So here you can add on, you can give an example of how the designer will perform task analysis, whereby you analyze how user user perform. This is just an example lah. The current job with the existing system. So this is an example. So from here, from this analysis, the user or the designer will know how to identify the task and translate them into a user interface. Okay, so you designer identify tasks, identify tasks, and convert them to UI. Okay. And then we have environment. Environment, an effective environment should also consider the environment which it will be operating. So different kind of environment. So you need to know where the system will be used, which provides the physical inputs and output. Okay, so this is so that the UI design use is suitable for the specified environment. So the environment, it can be where the system will be used, right? So you can add on, I add on some here, provides the physical input or output. Mm, okay, so very good answer, Kelvin. Thank you. So I think that's about it for this session. So please do your personal submission. So your personal submission, you can pick your answer, but you need to change. You need to answer the rest of the question using your own answer. Okay, Noel? So the rest of the question you need to answer using your own words. So similar to this tutorial too as well. Okay, so your answer you can keep, and please make your answer blue color so that I know your answer. Okay, so that part is your answer. Okay,
Okay.
so any question? Any question before we dismiss our class for today?
Uh, for me, no question.
Okay. So continue to do your proposal also, okay? Noel, you're talking, you're saying something.
The proposal just put in the Google Doc only, right? Need to
Mm,
submit. Oh,
mm, yeah. So I've seen yours like it's almost done already, right? Or is it done already, Noel?
done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you like submitting that for your proposal lah kan? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can submit. You can submit if you want to submit already, but up to you because your submission will be in week 5. So maybe
Oh,
you,
okay.
yeah. So your submission is week 5, but may, I'm afraid you will have like some changes made if after we do the next lecture or practical session. So maybe you don't submit just for now lah. Okay, we'll see how it goes next week.
Okay.
Okay, boleh Noel?
Okay.
Okay, so Calvin, you have any question? If no,
No, no.
all right. So thank you so much. So I'll see you all in next week on Friday, right? So you will be having your CNY holiday Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so I'll see you on Friday for our tutorial session. Right, thank you so much, everyone.